Okay, Pat, tell me, how did you start the whole, you know, the whole story with the lifting, basically? Tell me in the
Well,
beginning.
I lifted in high school, and after that, I had a lot of opportunities after high school, and I met John, my coach, at one of the power clean meets here they do in town. And so after one of the meets, he came up to me, introduced himself, and so after I was done with everything, I went to his gym in town, and I just started lifting, and I just liked it, so I kept doing it, and I knew I could be good at it. So I just decided to like not play football and not do other things, and just stick with lifting.
But did you play football in the past? What
Yeah.
kind of sports you've been doing in the past?
I played baseball and football mainly. Played football through all high school. Was all state.
Have you been good in it, or?
Yeah, I was all state football player. Had a scholarship to NAIA school, like a small school in Nebraska. But I decided to surpass that and just stick to lifting.
Okay. How does that affect you basically right now? It's like you're not going to school, you dedicate your whole life to lifting. How does that work for you right now?
It's working pretty good. My lifting's good. I've snatched a junior world record in training, squat 800 pounds raw. I've made more progress than anyone in the country. So, I think my lifestyle is the best lifestyle to be good at lifting.
Okay, but it's kind of, for some people that might say it's kind of crazy, the lifestyle you have. So describe me your kind of like a day, what you do, like your average day that you have most of the days during the year.
Most of my days, I wake up at 7, eat some cereal, protein shake, go train around 8, get done around 9:30, go home, eat some eggs, go to sleep again around like 10:30, wake up at 12:30, then go train, then eat, train again at 3 to 6, then eat, and then go back to bed.
So it's basically, it's how many days a week you do that?
I do that Monday through Friday.
And do you have 2 days off?
No,
completely?
Saturday, Sunday I train from 10 to 1.
Okay, so you just train less, but so you train 7 days a week.
Yeah.
So who told you that kind of routine? Are you don't overtrained? Do you think like you're burning yourself out, or?
No, my coach learned from Antonio Krasta, which was like one of the best weightlifters in the world back in the 80s, and it's a Bulgarian method that we use. So we use that, incorporate that into training, and that works pretty well.
Okay, what's the first and last name of your coach?
My coach is John Bros.
John Bros. Okay, so he is your inspiration basically, and will you kind of say that it's because of him you are where you are right now?
Yeah, he's a big part. It takes a lot of it takes a lot of like inside of me too to get to where I'm at. We've gone through a lot, so, but yeah, he's a big reason why I'm at the level that I'm at right now, for sure.
So where's the gym that you're working out right now?
It's based in Las Vegas. It's right next to the airport.
Is it like a professional gym, or is it a gym only made for you?
No, it's a gym. It's just a weightlifting gym. It's called Average Bros Gymnasium. We have a website and stuff. It's really small, like 500 square feet.
Because it seems like for me, the gym was made for you. That's
Yeah,
what I'm asking.
it's almost like that.
So that's what I'm asking, actually.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, it's like any other gym. It's like
No, it's a small gym. He kept it really small. He kept it. At one point, I was the only lifter there for about 6 months, so he kept it open just for me for a while.
for you,
So,
yeah, tell me. Let's talk about like your personal life and stuff. Basically, like if you see your friends basically going to school and you lifting iron, basically, how does that make you feel?
I don't know. I like what I do a lot. When I see kids go to school, it's good for them. If that's what they want to do, if that's what they like choose to do, that's fine. But a lot of my friends, they just go to school because they have no idea what to do with their lives. Like, they just do it because society tells them to, pretty much.
Like
It's just
father
like,
or mother, whatever.
yeah, it's just like, all right, now you're done with high school, time to go to school. And I felt like I was done. I was, once I was done with school, I felt like, school will always be there. As I'm older, my body won't. My body's the first thing to fade. By the time I'm 30, I'm not going to be able to train like the way I'm training now. So I wanted to get everything I could out of my body now, and and then I could have school as a backup plan.
So aren't you afraid that the sports that you're in is very very extreme? So aren't you afraid like you want to be 30, you're gonna be in a wheelchair or something? Or
No, I'm not really worried about that.
Yeah.
I'll be fine.
So how is that it compares to the other power lifter, like other famous guys? Like how they end up being 50s, 60s, and what's going on with their bodies later?
Weightlifting, it's not all about how much weight, like how heavy you lift all the time. I think a lot of the power lifters and stuff like that, because of the gear they use, they're putting a lot more unnecessary stress on their body that their body could take naturally. Like, I mean, guys can't really squat more than 900 pounds raw, but there's guys squatting 1,300 pounds with a suit and knee wraps and all that stuff. And, like, that's why they get hurt. And plus, like, the way I train and stuff, my body's never rested. So, like, I don't get hurt because my muscles can't pull on the tendons as hard as I can. And when you rest is when usually you get hurt.
Okay, so that's basically a natural thing. So you're not a fan of the gear, or
No, not at all.
not? So everything raw, basically.
Yeah.
So what's your talking about your records? What's your maxes that you've done it until right now? Because I spoke to you a few years ago, and right now, what kind of things you can kind of be proud of?
My best snatch, 207. I did it in training, but that's higher than the junior world record right now. I've squatted 800 pounds raw, which is, like, there's so many federations of powerlifting, so the squat's kind of hard to measure up against, but that's a huge squat. Like, there's not too many people in the world that can do that. And my clean and jerk's 230 kilos, and I'm the only American to ever snatch 400 pounds and clean and jerk 500 pounds as a junior.
So what's your major goal? What you're leaving for basically right now at the present moment?
I just want to outlift anyone that's ever lifted before, and I won't stop until I do it. Like, that's how I motivate myself.
Okay, so if you do that, what's next?
Oh, I'll be retired.
You'll be retired?
Yeah, I'll be on a couch. I'll be done with my work and stuff like that.
So basically, you accomplished the mission, and so don't you think like you can own your own business later on?
I believe I can do whatever I want to.
Okay.
That's pretty much the mindset
don't you
it
think
takes.
it's not about the number, and it's not about how much you can lift. It's about you accomplishing what you really want to accomplish.
Yeah, for the most part, but it's good to be able to see something, to see where it's at and see where you're at. Like, if I couldn't tell where I was going, then it'd be a lot harder. But the fact that the number's there and I know I could break it.
But the number is only like a tool.
Yeah, exactly.
You actually proving yourself to yourself.
Yeah.
That's not what you believe in, basically.
Exactly, yeah.
And you have a purpose, which is basically that's what you're doing. So because a lot of guys I was talking to a store, and it's like, yeah, Pat is like a not knucklehead, but it just have things on his eyes, and it's like, you know what? I told him, you're probably jealous because you have no purpose in your life, and purpose you can't really measure by, oh, I'm lifting iron, or I'm a CEO or whatever. I'm going to the best school in the world. But a lot of people, I think they're pretty jealous in what you're doing because it's pretty damn freaking crazy extreme what you're doing. The way you live your life, I don't think people even realize, So how many hours a day you spend on a training? Like, how many hours is it?
Anywhere from 5 to 6 hours usually, just in the gym. I mean, but eating and cooking and like doing everything, preparing. I mean, it's a life. My whole life is into it. So
it's a whole life. How about your personal relationship basically? So what do you think about girls, chicks, parties, alcohol?
Don't even care.
Don't even care right now?
No, not right now. I mean, I have my whole life to party.
Okay.
I have my whole life to meet girls and meet people, and I want to get what I'm planning on doing done. So
did you think if we have more people like you, the shit will be actually done, and whatever it comes to politics and anything else, if everybody will have the same mentality?
Yeah.
We'll probably live in a changed world.
Focus could take you a long way for sure.
So you think you chose your path as you did it. So do you think anybody using the tools that you kind of using it and can accomplish anything they want in their life, completely anything, just beyond anybody's dream?
I mean, sure. No doubt about it. I mean, one of the best weightlifting coaches in the world, his daughter is one of the top five violinists in the world. Because like all he did was have her play violin. since she was a little kid, and that's all she did for her whole life. And he took the mentality that he put into weightlifting into being a violinist. And she's like one of the best in the world.